Shit. This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Yo, what up, though, people? I'd like to welcome you back to the Keep the C Note podcast. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
What up, though, Vito?
I can't call it alcoholic.
You was MIA last week. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle held you down.
Yeah, Kyle, a.k.a. Flash from the Fire Heartbeats. He tried to steal my spot.
Okay. Shout out to Kyle. Shout out to John. Congratulations to John. Just had his first child, him and his girl.
Congrats to John, man.
Shout out to that. Welcome to fatherhood, good brother.
Oh, he had a girl?
Yep, he had a girl.
That's going to put him in the back seat.
Let's go. Blessings up, brother. Go ahead and appreciate these first couple of weeks. Get your sleep when you can. I'm just keeping it a C note with you. Everybody, if this is your first time tuning in on YouTube, shout out to you. Please hit the sub button. Everybody that's watching the video, hit the like button. If you agree with something or disagree with something, go ahead and leave a comment. You can always grind one of us up. You know, it's all love.
Let me give a shout out to a faithful watcher, Philly Music Guy.
Shout out Philly Music Guy. Yes, these are definitely faithful and pushing for us to go live so he could give us Oouuber donations, as he say. So shout out to you. We got a lot going on. Chris Brown, he just won an award at the AMAs. He wasn't there to receive the award. Kelly Rowland went to receive it. They was booing. She calmed the crowd down and all that. So, a lot of people was shouting her out, but a lot of people was also like, all right, it's a female standing up to him and bringing up the old Rihanna stuff. You know how they do on Twitter and all that. But Chris Brown, before the AMAs, he released footage of a rehearsal. Him and I guess Sierra, they was supposed to do a tribute set, an 8-minute set for Michael Jackson. Somehow it got pulled, so he snapped about that. Dick Clark Productions released a statement and said that it was pulled over a matter of creative direction and it was no fault on Chris Brown. What's your thoughts on any of that? You got any thoughts on it, Vito?
Yeah, I'm confused as to why they would pull it, because the shit with Chris Brown and Rihanna, that was in 2009.
Right.
It's more than 10 years ago, and he's done so much shit since then.
Right.
And he's been on award shows, he's received awards, so I'm confused as to, what is the real reason behind it.
Right, and Sierra was part of it, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then how they booing Kelly Rowland for putting them in check for booing somebody.
Right.
Because if he was there, they would have been all on his dick,
right,
cheering and all. Come on, man.
Right. Well, that's what it's basically. They wasn't booing him. They was booing the fact that he wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? But it was while she was about to accept the award for him, so she had to tell him calm down. But you got certain females, mostly urban community. It was on Twitter like, why would you stand up for him when he did that to Rihanna? Even though it was 2009, though, that's how some females feel.
How did she stand up for him if she told the crowd to calm down?
No, but basically, they just saying that I guess she should have let them boo. I don't know.
And for the record, even though him putting his hands on her was 100% wrong, but let's not forget that she sparked that by hitting him first.
Right. Now, let me ask you something, because you said if it is over the Rihanna thing, that was 2009. Akon, he was on Shannon Sharp podcast, and he said Chris Brown's affiliation with gangs is what's kept him from being the next Michael Jackson. So, do you think that's no cap? Should we call Akon a Oouuber? Keep it a C note.
That's kind of like 50-50 to me, because I feel like that is possible, because I remember seeing something they were saying about PNB before he passed.
Right.
They were saying they was getting into a lot of stuff backstage with other people,
Right.
and that stopped the people from booking. Nori too. I see Nori said that like that was stopping people from booking them.
Right.
So if you align with certain people, or if you're violent, I could see them not wanting to fuck with you. But I feel like streaming kind of slowed, like, as far as him being as big as he could have been down. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because, remember when Mike was, there's no way in the world somebody nowadays would sell, what he sold, 27 million copies on one album? That's impossible. Like, people had to physically get up out of their house and go to the store and buy that shit.
Right.
Streaming and all that LimeWire and all that type of shit, that's probably what stopped Chris Brown from being the next Michael Jackson.
Okay. I say call him Oouuber. I say we got to stop doing that. He never was going to be Mike. Mike, like, it's just certain levels that people not going to reach. Like you saying, 27 million people going out there. And even before the internet, we still had bootleg era back our day that killed a lot of people's sales. Like, what I'm saying is, Mike, somehow he came in as a kid, and that shit just rolled with him, bro. And nobody, I don't think, could have ever did that. Like, even the songs, like, it just, even if it was meant to be an R&B song, it still became everywhere, loved and all that, man.
Yeah, because some of his songs are just iconic. Chris Brown got some hits, but I don't feel like Chris Brown has an iconic hit.
Right. And the fainting factor, man. Like,
grown man fainting?
Yeah, like Mike, is nobody, that's why I say it's unfair when people be like the next Mike or the next.
But you know they always try to compare him to the
that's not cool, because that be our era, but we can't really be doing that, man, because it's certain.
I feel like the comparison is the performance and the music, not the height of Mike, because nobody will ever get there. But far as doing the same shit Mike do with the performance and the music,
but what I'm saying is, Mike ain't the only one that sing and do performance, and his joint is cat. Nobody is never probably gonna reach that plateau. So you gotta start putting them guys with the other guys that can sing and perform and all that. Like, leave Mike out of it.
But who else can sing and perform like Chris Brown?
I don't
Nobody.
know. I don't know. I'm just saying that's debatable.
I'm talking about after Mike, there's nobody else male that can perform like Chris Brown, in my opinion.
Maybe, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's probably true. Cause R ain't no dancer and all that. So yeah, you might be right on that. But I'm just saying, like, that's too much to compare to. So it's always gonna be, well, why didn't this person live up to the hype? Like, that's a hell of a hype to live up to. That's my whole thing.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Kyrie Irving returned back to the NBA after 8-game suspension in the Barkley Center. The Hebrew Israelites, they was out there deep protesting on the strength of Kyrie. It's a lot of going on with that. Keep it a C-note. What's your thoughts on it?
First and foremost, I'm a bunch this into one. Kyrie, the situation with Kyrie and Kanye. I'm so fucking tired of hearing about this shit.
Right.
For one, if you do your research, a black person cannot be anti-Semitic or Semite or however you put it, because the original Jews were black. The black Israelites, you see all that. If you do your research, like, even if it's a Nick Cannon got when he was on his podcast. If you go back, I'm gonna send it to you if you ain't already seen it.
Okay. When
it's a guy who breaks it down, and then even Kanye broke it down when he said what he said on Drink Champs about, if I say fuck this bitch, kill this nigga, that's anti-Semitic.
Right.
If the original Jews are black. And then at the end of the day, if you people are saying he's anti-Semitic just for reposting a documentary, mind you, he didn't comment or nothing, he just reposted it.
Right.
So that's not, like, he's not disrespecting anybody. But on the flip side, how can he be anti-Semitic for putting that? But the people who promote the killing of black people the disrespect of black women, and I'm referring to the people in the music industry.
Right.
You make billions of dollars off this shit. You promote this shit every day.
Right.
But technically, you don't consider yourself anti-Semitic? I ain't trying to hear that bullshit.
That's a good one right there, Vito. That's definitely a good one. Kyrie did end up with 14 points, 5 rebounds. Jaylen Brown, he received criticism because he seen all the guys out there and he retweeted it with the caption energy. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, them guys are promoting anti-Semitic stuff. So he had to go back and clarify, like, nah, I didn't see that part. I seen the Q Dog stepping or some old cool.
He shouldn't apologize at the end of the day because what he said wasn't wrong. I'm definitely not giving no money to a charity of your choice just because you... No, fuck all that. I'm not doing none of that shit. What they gonna do, fire him? If they fire him, they still gotta pay him.
Right.
I wouldn't have did none of that shit. Fuck y'all.
Right. Well, since we talking basketball, Uncle Charles Barkley, Unc was on CNN. He facing criticism. He said blacks are the worst at treating gay people. The black community is tearing him a new one. What's your thoughts on it? Keep it a C-note.
People gotta understand, he's speaking from the aspect of his era coming up.
Right.
Being gay is more out in the open now.
Right.
It's more acceptable now. It's more fashionable now.
Right.
When we were young, even when Charles is older than us, when we were younger, you didn't know too many people, gay people.
Right.
They was in the closet. They wasn't talking about it on music or movies on TV. So he's coming from how he sees it from when he's coming up. Right. And truth be told, just you know this in the hood, if somebody gay walked past when we was younger, people would grind them up.
Right.
Not just like gay bashing, but you know how it was. Yeah. Like, because technically nobody really had a problem with somebody being gay. But you still, it's in the hood, you're going to get grinded for the smallest shit. So whatever it is, you're going to get the business.
Right.
So, but at the same time, I feel like he speaks his mind, which I can't knock him for that. But I feel like sometimes he says some dumb, like when him and Shaq was coming at Kyrie, talking about he was an idiot for what he did.
Right.
They just lack the knowledge, in my opinion.
I don't even think it's that they lack the knowledge. I think they just, you know.
Oh, yeah, they don't want to fuck up their relationships.
Yeah, they don't want it. Not like them people really be having folks behind them. Mm-hmm. Like even when Kanye was saying with Shaq, he said him and his partners 50% owners. And Kanye like, nah, that's BS. Who owns that extra 1% to call all the shots? It ain't Shaq, like, you know what I mean? So,
but Kanye can't make that statement. He don't know. You can't know what somebody else does because there definitely can be 50-50 partners in relationships.
I think Kanye is just saying that realistically in their John, it ain't no 50-50. Whoever the partner is always going to have that higher one share. So, you know, but speaking of Kanye, He just posted a video. He's back on Twitter. He said he's selling Balenciaga, Adidas, and Gap hoodies for $20. That's all the stuff he got. He said he wants everybody to get the same value, the same. He wants everybody to eat, basically. Keep it a C-note. What's your thoughts on it?
I don't have a problem with it. I don't know why. I've been saying this for the longest. The average person feel like Kanye is crazy. Kanye is a fucking genius. Y'all don't see it because he doesn't follow the straight path.
Right.
He goes wide all over the place, and just because he's not doing what you've been told for years. If you've been told A, B, and C for years, and somebody comes to C, B, and A, but it still gets it done, it's not what you're used to. So you're gonna definitely rebel against it, but. Fuck what you talking about. Kanye might sound crazy when he first say something, but years down the line, that shit come into play. And watch how much money he make off this shit. And we ain't no telling him what's going to come behind this once he do this.
Yeah, shout out to that, Vito. You just killed that. You just killed my momentum. You know what I mean? For what I had going on. Because I was about to call him brother, what's his name? Brother Cleon? What's my man from Dead Presidents, man?
Oh, Cleon, the preacher?
Yeah,
it was Cleon.
Gave out. God told me to give out this money, brother. Like,
I don't even know what he's doing. He's strategic.
Nah, shout out to Ye, though. He definitely gonna make money. They said it was like 7 workers in there, like, sewing stuff up and all that. He definitely is gonna come up off of that. Shit, $20 just $20 a piece if it's all you.
And 9 times out of 10, he didn't pay retail for that shit he got in his warehouse.
Right.
He had relationships with them guys. He probably got that shit for free. Right. And all he putting is Y24 on it. And
right.
He gonna make a killing.
Right. How you feel about Balenciaga? They facing criticism. They got a new ad up with the kid. The kid got like a teddy bear or something, but the teddy bear got all type of chains and like on some freaky kinky stuff. You know, so they grinding Balenciaga up about that. What's your thoughts on it?
My thoughts is they ain't gonna change shit. Prada put the mock neck with the black face on it. I forgot what sneaker company. It might have been Prada that had the noose on the sneaker. All these people from these high end.
The sneakers been having stuff on them for years.
All these high end people with saying nigga, and y'all boycotted Gucci for a week or two. So at the end of the day, that shit ain't gonna change nothing. Y'all still gonna buy that shit.
I don't know what, but Balenciaga, they on like some kinky stuff, man. Like when you see the dials all chained up, like on some freaky stuff with the leather clothes on. I'm like, why would they have a kid holding that up?
And my thing is, why would you be upset about that? That's what they choose to put out. You don't have to buy that shit.
No, I'm not. Yeah, they don't have. You definitely don't have to buy it, but it's like, what type of kinky stuff is Balenciaga into?
They might got a kinky line.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
And for kids, like, come on, man.
Hey, man, you never know. Who making Balenciaga? Where they from?
I don't know where they from, man. I don't know.
Might be freaky wherever that shit coming from.
Man, that's out of pocket, man.
Don't they drink wine at 14 or some shit over there?
Man.
Different.
Nah, man. You call them a Oouuber on
ain't
that
different.
one. Nah, you tripping, bro.
But you said chains and shit, but was the clothes kinky?
Yeah, they had like the leather stuff on, like the dominatrix stuff on.
On the clothes?
On the teddy bear, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the actual clothes. I ain't talking about the teddy bear.
Nah, the kid had regular clothes.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Teddy bear.
Oh, that's just a teddy bear.
That's how you feel. It's just a teddy bear. You cool with
if
that?
If it was the kid's clothes, it would be different. But if it's just a teddy bear, it's just a teddy bear.
So you don't see nothing wrong with it?
Nah. You ain't. At the end of the day, even if they made shit like that for kids, you don't have to buy it.
Right.
Walk past it.
Ain't no doubt. Shout out to that. Your boy Dwight Howard made his debut in Taiwan. 38 points, 25 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 blocks. He made 2 3-pointers.
You seen him out there, Sean. You was hating on him.
Keep it a C-note. What's your thoughts? Because you said something that shocked me, Vito.
What did I say? I don't remember.
Did y'all need him on a 10-day contract?
No, I didn't say we need. I would take him, but I didn't say we need. I said he need a 10-day.
A 10-day with who?
With anybody.
Taiwan. Where he's at?
Come on. Every center in the league ain't better than him. Even it ain't. How many teams in the league? 30?
30.
It ain't 30 starting centers than him. But even if you don't put him in the starter, you can bring him off your bench.
I don't know. I think with Dwight Howard, his type of game, catching oops and all of that, he can't do that no more with the younger guy.
Yes, he can. You seen that he can do a whole lot more when given the opportunity. But if you don't need him to do that, all you can use him. He's a big body.
He can do a whole. You're not talking about him doing that over Taiwan.
No, but I'm saying he can do more than we thought he could do because he wasn't given the opportunity. He's not going to do that in the league because he's not going to be given the opportunity. But I'm saying, as big as he is, he can still get you 8 to 12 rebounds in the game. That's all you need from him. And a couple putback dunks.
And they ran pick and roll with him.
That's what I'm saying. All you need, he ain't probably going to get what he getting over there.
No. They ran pick and roll with him running.
Oh, running the pick, yeah.
Him running the point.
The handle. I see
him running the point.
I see you shining over there.
But listen, Vito, because we went back and forth and I told you something and you never replied to me.
Because
right?
I wasn't going back and forth about that.
Listen,
shit.
Dwight Howard averaged them numbers, right? And them numbers ain't close to Wilt Chamberlain numbers, and he's playing in the Taiwan league. This equivalent, minus the talent, I'm talking about height-wise.
No. What you said, go back and look at the video. Them guys that was sticking him was his size.
Yes, his size. I'm talking about them guys over Taiwan.
Yes, was the white size.
No, man.
You want me to show you again?
Man, he playing against 5'9" niggas.
Come on, man. Are you forgetting he's playing against Americans, too?
Man,
it's the Taiwan League, but it's overseas ball.
He's playing against dudes that's 6'3" and shorter.
Listen, after we get off air, I'm going to show you. The guys, it was guys on the team that's 7 foot.
I don't know about that one, B.
But that don't even matter. It takes for you to get them type of numbers. When people from overseas get called up, how do they get called up? From giving out numbers. That's what he's doing.
What I'm saying is, even with him shooting threes, he still ain't on Wilt numbers, and he's playing.
What Wilt got to do with anything now?
Because what I'm saying is how hard it was for what Wilt was doing back then, and with Bill Russell and them numbers them guys was putting up. You saying like, nah, the competition is that in third.
Yeah.
No, what they was doing, if it was like that, Dwight Howard can average Wilt numbers in this league. And I don't think that's possible.
No,
this
he
ain't
can't.
Wilt numbers.
Dwight Howard can't average Wilt numbers in this league?
In this Taiwan league. In the Taiwan.
No, I still don't think he would average Wilt numbers. Like the numbers he had that game, he won't average that.
That's why I'm saying no matter the level of competition what Wilt and Bill was doing back in the day, you have to pay homage to them numbers.
No, you pay homage to them doing what they did in that era. There's no debate in that. But that doesn't mean when we put them guys of overall top 10, that doesn't mean that I can't take one of them out and put a guy in that change the game. It doesn't mean that,
but what I'm saying is you can't look and say, oh, no, he averaged 50 and 30 because of his competition.
Yes, you can. That's the only reason why you average 50 and 30.
No, that's bullshit because
you can
right now you can take anybody. You can take the most dominant player, Embiid, Giannis, whoever you want.
Giannis would average.
No,
Giannis would
average Wilt numbers over there.
Giannis averages 30 in the league.
He wouldn't average Wilt numbers,
my man,
bro.
Giannis averaged 30 in the best league in the world.
Okay.
So what the fuck do you think he going to do in Taiwan?
He would average the score.
He would average 50.
Yes, but would he average the 30 and the 8 blocks?
Yes.
No, the fuck
yes, the fuck he would. He averaged a double. He averaged double-digit rebounds.
No,
double-digit points over here. Who is going to stop him over there? Come on, man.
He would not
average. And competition does have to do with what you average because if that's the case, you say Mike's the best that ever done it, right?
Right.
He ain't averaged Wilt numbers. So how was he the best that ever done it?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you go to take one of them guys out the top 10, everybody's always going to take them out because with was it Gilbert Arenas, J.J. Redick that said that they was playing against plumbers and all?
J.J. Redick.
Right. So what I'm saying is that's still not accurate because anybody can't do that. Dwight, you just said Dwight Howard can't average 38 and 25 over there. No, this league, but the talent is different from.
He can't average that over there because the players have been getting better overseas, and there are American players in that league too. I guarantee you he can average them. I guarantee he can average 50 and something in that fucking league back then when Wilt and them played. As athletic, you tripping. No, as athletic as he is,
Dwight Howard. The reason why is Dwight Howard not in the league because
he's been in the league 20 fucking years.
Because he can't jump no more, right? Because he
I
can't.
can't tell. He just was dunking that shit like
yes, against 5'8" niggas.
So what did that have to do with him not being able to jump?
Hold on. What I'm saying is, in the NBA, his game is predicated off of alley-oops and shit like that. That's what you're going to use him for.
Let me ask you a question.
In today's game.
Is Dwight Howard a scorer?
Now?
Ever. Was he ever known as a scorer?
Not really.
Okay. You know, Dwight Howard averaged 20 points in the league and took his team to a championship and lost in the championship to the Lakers.
That, but Dwight Howard averaged all his points off dunks and all that.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
He never had
There's no way in the world you averaging 20 points a game off of strictly getting the offensive rebound and putting it back in oops.
And dunks.
No.
Come on,
no.
man. Dwight Howard never had no post game.
So how was he scoring? He's not scoring 20 points off rebound.
Dunks, layups.
Okay, like dunks and layups. So he's getting the ball, dunking it, and laying it up.
Dunks and layups. So he doesn't have no post moves.
If you can get a dunk and a layup, what the fuck does that matter? How you get your points?
Why wasn't he successful in the finals? Because he played against Gasol. It was his height, bigger than him.
Why wasn't he? Who says he wasn't successful in the finals?
Come on, man.
What was his numbers in the finals? You don't even know. You just saying shit.
He wasn't successful.
What was his numbers? What was Gasol numbers? You don't know anybody's numbers to even make that.
I know Gasol and them won.
That's all you know.
And I know Dwight Howard numbers wasn't the same.
You don't know.
No, Dwight Howard, we already talked about this, but it'll be on the screen.
You talked about it.
Okay, shout out to that. But again, like I said, them Wilt numbers and all that, man. Don't be disrespectful.
Them Wilt numbers are the way they are because of who he played against.
And
it's simple.
You can't put nobody in one of them bum leagues right now and they can average them numbers.
Yes, you can. You ain't heard a guy named was it? Last name was Allman. Used to play in the NBA for a little while, play in the D League. He averaged like 50 in the league over there. You ever heard of matter of fact, OT?
I'm talking about
he averaged 40 overseas.
What I'm talking about is 50 and 30.
OT is a guard and averaged 40 and 15.
And what I'm saying is 50 and 30.
Yes.
You're never going to have that.
What's that? What Giannis average is the equivalent to that.
No,
and
it's
now,
not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
If you can average 30 in today's league, you can average 50 in the fucking 50s.
Call him an Uber.
Come on, man.
Call him an Uber. Listen, we headed into week 12. Let's go power rankings, Vito. Who's your top 5 teams in the NFL going into week 12? I got the Uber on standby if you need it.
Nah, I don't need it.
You sure?
Yeah, number 5, I'm going to go with the Bills.
Okay.
4, the Vikings.
Okay.
3, the Dolphins. 2, the Eagles. And 1, the Chiefs.
Okay, you got KC at 1. Okay, shout out to that. 5, I'm going Minnesota. 4, I'm going Buffalo. 3, I'm going KC. 2, I'm going Philly. And my new number 1 is Miami. Still haven't lost when Tua plays a whole game. They coming off a bye, but they move into my number 1. I know they got 3 losses, but they're still undefeated with Tua start to finish. So, what's your thoughts on it? Coming into week 12, people. What's your top 5 teams in the NFL? Keep the C note with us.
Do you think they could beat the Chiefs?
Who?
Miami.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Cause like I already just said on the recap a couple weeks ago, Miami still ain't in full strength. They still ain't in get Xavier Howard and them back yet. So that's just more pieces. And their defense is nice, bro. And it don't matter because matchups is matchups, but Buffalo beat KC, didn't they? Yeah, Buffalo beat KC and Miami beat Buffalo.
But that don't mean
that's why I said you can't go off of that. But what I'm saying right now, until somebody beat Tua and them, I got them as top dogs because they're still like undefeated in my book. In my book, they're still undefeated. They got 3 losses without Tua.
Okay, but then you can say that about anybody. If such and such wasn't out, they would have won. So they would have been undefeated without what's
But I'm saying with their starting quarterback, bro.
on,
They're undefeated. You can't.
That don't make a motherfucking difference. The team is the team.
Let me ask you something, Vito.
What if you go to a team, the quarterback is the best player, and the best player been out?
Okay.
Can you say they're undefeated?
I understand that, but you got to give me a team that's doing that right now.
When the best player was out?
Yeah, and they ain't lost a game with the best player. You can't give me no team.
I don't know, but that don't mean shit. I probably can't give you one off top.
What I'm saying is two of them beat all the good teams.
No, they didn't.
He beat Buffalo.
That's it. Who else they beat that was a good team?
He beat the Jets.
Jets ain't good. Come on, man.
I think he beat the Jets.
Don't quote me on that. They probably did, but the Jets ain't good.
The Jets is former.
No, the Jets. Excuse me. Don't make the mistake of a good record, meaning you're a good team. If you ain't playing nobody, you see what they just had, how the fuck they looked the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They coming back to reality.
Yeah, I understand that, but Bill Belichick owned them, so you know.
Exactly.
And the
Jets got way more talent than the Bills.
It don't matter.
Belichick.
Listen to what I'm saying is you can't take that serious like you can't take. For instance, y'all beating us all the time. Like I always say, Debo.
We own y'all.
Listen what I'm saying. Debo, like I always say, Debo would be the best wide receiver, the best running back, the best player in the NFL, period, if he played us every week.
You know why we own y'all? Because your coach models his style after my coach.
No, he don't.
He's Danielson and Shanahan Miyagi.
The reason why y'all own us is because McVay overthinks this matchup.
Because he knows that he's a youngin' to Shanahan.
No,
he used basically the same shit.
No, you know why? Because McVay is like what I say with you. McVay worry about the moral stuff. Like that stuff don't matter. Like you're thinking too deep.
Oh.
So what I'm saying is McVay put three weeks worth of energy into one San Fran game. Yes, he will.
We know that y'all only go as far as Cooper Kupp goes, and he's playing the majority of his snaps in a slot. He not gonna get a whole lot. He gonna get some numbers, but he not gonna get that much in the motherfucking slot against us.
I don't know, bro, but let me ask you this though, because I briefly had a discussion a couple weeks on the weekly recap for the NFL. I don't watch college football. You don't watch college football, really?
No, not really.
One of the reasons I don't watch college football is because most of the quarterbacks be running every play. Like I don't like to watch. I'm saying this is why I've never watched college football because
that's newer though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
That's always been the case with college football. You got one quarterback that's going to hype you. And that shit is like high school football. They taking off everyone. But listen, from when I elaborated on that and recap, me and my guy, we was having a conversation about the RPO. And my thoughts is the RPO, that whole style, that whole gimmick in football has ruined the NFL. What's your thoughts on it? Why you say no?
Because it only pertains to people who can do it. It actually makes certain teams better.
Do it. What do you mean, though?
Who can successfully do it. That's why the Eagles won the Super Bowl that year, because when motherfucking Foles got in there, that's what they was doing. RPO.
Okay, but
if you think, hold on, let me finish. You notice when he went to Jacksonville, they didn't do RPO, and he looked like shit. When he was with the Eagles, he looked like a Hall of Fame fucking player because he was able to control it and do what he did need to do when he did it.
Okay, this is my thoughts on RPO. RPO is a gimmick. RPO is for quarterbacks that can run, but really
couldn't run.
Listen, time out. Let me finish. RPO is for quarterbacks like Justin Fields who they may have a cannon as far as arm strength, but they're not accurate and stuff. But they can take off and bust the 70-yard run. And RPO is also for quarterbacks that's on the team where wide receivers can't get separation. So you need a little gimmick to buy them time to get a step on it. Hold the DBs so this guy can get that extra step. And that's what it is. That's what it is, and I take it a step further. Now, and why I say has no cap, it's definitely ruined football because now you drafting defensive backs on the strength of how fast they run because quarterbacks are running the football damn near every other play. Most quarterbacks in the NFL, especially the black ones, they're taking off every play. So now you're drafting jokers that can't play man-to-man, can't play zone, but they can run fast as hell. And you're drafting them to go run this quarterback down. And it's just holy water in the league down.
What football you've been watching? But Sauce Gardner came out this year, and he's one of the best in the league right now. Yes,
but for every Sauce Gardner, what I'm talking about the third cornerbacks, the slot cornerbacks, and those guys. Those guys used to be guys that you can put in this coverage guys. Now they're just drafting them guys on the strength of how fast they run. The same thing with the safeties. They used to go ahead and bang you on boom, boom, boom. This guy can hit. This guy can cover. Now it's just all about drafting whoever could run the fastest to stop this running quarterback.
What team got a 4-2 safety? Because none of our safeties are
I'm
fast
saying
guys.
And cornerbacks. What I'm saying is dudes are getting drafted on the strength now of their speed. Not of their skill. That's why
That's not new, first and foremost. That's why if you notice how it's been going on forever, when a motherfucker run a certain speed in the 40, their draft stock goes through the roof. So that's not new.
But even with wide receivers get drafted now on the strength of
speed. Yeah.
Right. But everything comes from, my thing is, what separated the NFL from college football, from high school football, is that when you got a quarterback that can actually throw the ball. Now these guys don't have to be able to throw the ball because you have quarterbacks like that, yes.
But in every league, there's only going to be a handful of quarterbacks that do that.
Damn near half the league does RPO. Brady.
No, I'm talking about that actually can throw the ball.
What I'm saying is, if my analogy is wrong, right? Brady's not a running quarterback. Why is he running RPO? Because his wide receivers can't get open.
What you mean? Mike fucking Evans been getting busy before Brady got there.
Mike Evans, I'm saying on the whole, Mike
Evans never been fast.
Yes, what I'm saying is Mike Evans is just not going to get you separation on every play where you drop back. And Tampa Bay has had a good offensive line.
Didn't they just win the Super Bowl?
Huh?
Didn't they just win the Super Bowl?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that's why I'm saying it's a gimmick. They're running it for quarterbacks that can only run. Their main threat is a run, and they're running it with teams that got wide receivers that can't get open.
You got to mix up. Read option is more so for the quarterbacks can run. The RPO is to keep the defense honest. I could either run. It's kind of like the read option, but it's more so for the quarterback who can't run. I'm gonna either run the ball, depending on what your linebackers do, and if they don't bite, then I'm gonna pull it back and I'm gonna do a quick hitch over the middle.
Yes, that's the same thing. But what I'm saying is, Lamar Jackson, it's certain quarterbacks. Lamar Jackson, he gets the ball on a hike. His RPO is handoff, or I can tuck it, or I can throw it. You see what I'm saying? But if you take any quarterback and put him in there, Jared Goff, anybody, I'm not saying that Jared Goff, but what I'm saying is half of the league that's why I said is messing the league up, because you have half the league running that.
But I don't feel like it's messing the league up because people doing it have won Super Bowls for one, and for two, it's not the Eagles won the Super Bowl with the RPO. I just told you that.
Okay,
everybody can't do it. Everybody quarterback can't do it.
Okay, and why was the Eagles successful? I mean, why was the Eagles running RPO? Who was their receivers?
I don't even remember who their receivers.
Nobody that can just get open. That's
what the fuck they gotta do it. It still worked, so it don't matter.
But that's what I'm saying. To me, it's killing the NFL. It's killing the competition. It's killing because, like I'm saying, you got dudes out there now that you're drafting on defense because of speed. They can't play no defense at all. You got quarterbacks running RPO because their receivers can't get open. So it's like everything is a gimmick to me.
But they got to be getting open to a certain extent. If that motherfucker's
yes,
getting complete.
and if you're not, my thing is, if you're not running RPO, them guys won't get open.
But this is what makes no sense to me. How can you not? How this motherfucker gets open? If it takes RPO for this receiver to get open, and he gets open on the RPO, he gets open. He gets the numbers. He gets the touchdowns. So
I'm
it don't
not
matter.
knocking it. What I'm saying is RPOs and those type offenses is why I don't watch college football. I don't want to see it in the NFL, bro. To me, what I'm saying is it dumbed the league down. You had to be this good at throwing the ball. You know what I mean? Back then. So now it's like, okay, he's throwing the ball down here, but he's athletic. He can break a 90-yard pass up here. Oh, let's just put him in the league and run RPO. And then every wide receiver, right, on those teams, like you say a Darnell Mooney that's playing with a Justin Fields, he got to sit 3-4 years in a system that's running a damn RPO for a quarterback that can't throw the ball. So his value is going to go down because his numbers are down. It looked like he can't get open. That's what I'm saying. The gimmick is just
the reason for having RPO is for receivers who can't get open.
Yes,
so if they're not running RPO,
and
what makes you think they gonna get open?
And quarterbacks that can run and can't throw the ball.
So what makes you gonna think Mooney would get open without an RPO? If that's the case, if he can't get open, that's why they run.
I'm not saying. What I'm saying is he's there. Chicago's running RPO because Justin Fields can't throw the football.
So who would you rather have? Would you rather have Jimmy Garoppolo or Lamar Jackson as your quarterback?
That's
no,
for
it
the
ain't.
Rams.
No, period. For the Rams. For the Rams.
I'm gonna say Lamar because Lamar can throw the ball somewhat.
But
somewhat.
He's also a threat to run the fucking ball.
I don't want to see him running. That's what I'm telling you.
That's what got him the MVP.
No, I don't listen. What I'm saying is that's why.
So you don't want a quarterback that can run the ball to run the ball?
What I'm saying is I don't watch college football because I don't want to see a quarterback running for 160 yards and throwing for 78 yards. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a quarterback every week.
Lamar Jackson won the MVP.
Right, but
that.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Lamar Jackson can throw a little better. Let's just focus on somebody like Justin Fields. Mm-hmm. He throwing for 102 yards.
You're only saying that because they not winning.
160. No, I'm saying that because I don't want to see him.
If they was a winning team, it would be different because you just said Lamar can throw a little bit. So can Justin Fields throw. Lamar's a little bit better throwing, but he's been in the league a little bit longer. Justin Fields can throw the ball a little. And if you look in college, from when they were both in college, Justin Fields threw the ball way better than Lamar in college. So Lamar been in the league a little longer, so Justin might come along once he's been in the league.
What I'm saying is, and this is no bias, this might be me being old.
It is.
Right? If these guys, this quarterbacks, this averaging 150-something yards, if you telling me that you couldn't put them in the league without RPOs, then I'm saying I don't want to see that.
We don't run RPO, and Jimmy throw for 150, one something on a record.
Yes, but Jimmy just is trash. I'm talking about.
But Jimmy wins games.
He does win games, and I'll take Jimmy G over most of these RPO.
You won't take him over Lamar Jackson.
No, I won't take him over Lamar, but I think I take him over most of them other guys. Like, you know what I mean? I'm keeping it a C-note,
Listen, man. It don't matter what your scheme is if that shit works.
Nah, man. I don't want to, man.
You can't. All right. My thing is, football, okay, if you're knocking strictly because it's RPO, let me use this example. Your man, Cooper Kupp, you say he a number one receiver, right?
Yeah.
How often do a number one receiver line up in the slot?
It doesn't matter.
Hold on. Let me finish. Answer my question. It does? Okay, so that's my point I'm making. Matter. It don't matter. Usually the number one receiver lines up on the outside. Hold on. Right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So if you're saying it doesn't matter where you line up at, why does it matter how I get my passes off?
Because it's a difference.
No, it's not.
A guy that can get open on anything.
No, he can't. So why is he always in the slot? Hopkins ain't always in slot. Hopkins 90% of the time is on the outside getting buckets with any quarterback.
It doesn't matter where you at because when you're the man, whoever's the best cornerback is gonna follow you.
No, it
anyway.
ain't. No, it ain't. Sherman been the best quarterback for he had his run when he was a quarterback and he didn't travel.
Where you have certain guys that don't travel, but for the most part, Sauce Gardner is traveling with the best
that's very few. How many fucking cornerbacks travel? No, they don't.
Guys are
Stay
traveling.
on it. Darius Slay stays in his spot. He don't travel. They play
what about
zone.
Diggs? Diggs travel. If they let him travel, he travel.
But I remember before the season started, you said Darius Slay was one of the top guys. They play a zone. It's easier to lock down a certain area of the field than traveling and sticking to the best receiver.
Jalen Ramsey used to travel.
Yeah, but what does he do now?
He don't do shit now.
Okay.
He don't do shit now.
So it don't matter how you get it done as long as you get it done then, right?
Nah, what's your thoughts on it, people? I really dislike the RPO system in the NFL. Am I wrong for that?
Yeah.
Am I right? Keep it a C-note. Meek Mills, he's talking about dropping an album, and he said he want to drop an album where you could pay for it on Cash App or JPay. What's your thoughts on that, Vito?
I feel that why not get the maximum amount of dollars for your work because it's actually your work. I seen a video recently on IG when he's a new rapper. I don't know his name. I forgot. But he said when T Grizzly first came out, they say him and T Grizzly was booked together.
Right.
He said when T Grizzly first dropped, he said everybody in that jail went to JPay and bought his shit. That's how T Grizzly took off from the gate. So why can't everybody else do that?
Right. Hey, listen, shout out to Meek Mills, a brilliant idea. Hey, listen, for somebody like me, I'm going to keep it a C-note in front of everybody right now. My next original project, I only got about 40, 50 true fans that, like, hold me down. So they streams really is like a match and a win. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you put them on them platforms, that's what I'm going to do, my next, John. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to send you the direct MP3s, boom, 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 Cash App and all that. That's brilliant.
Especially if you're talking a certain talk, it definitely makes sense to put it on JPay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is I got 40, 50 loyal people that's going to buy my stuff. Mm-hmm. They go stream it on Apple and all that. Them 40, they all stream it 3 times. That shit is not going to affect me. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm going to give them bonus tracks and everything. So, shout out Meek Mill. The idea is brilliant. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's cut these people off because I be looking at my streams and I'm like, damn, I got a nice amount of streams, but I don't have a nice amount of money. Like, that shit is crazy. So listen, as of the time of us recording this, Takeoff from the Migos. It's been 3 weeks. Still no word on his death. The police commissioner out Houston saying the streets have went cold. What's your thoughts on it, Vito? Keep it a C-note.
It ain't gonna be no motherfucking nothing about it. Think about it. Tupac and Big been there forever. Tupac got killed in Vegas on the Strip, and we still don't so-called know did it.
Right.
Unless you leave it up to QQD ratting ass. But that's another story.
Right.
So what makes you think that we're gonna find anything about Takeoff? That shit happened in front of a crowd of people.
Right.
And it's cameras everywhere now.
Right.
Phones. Come on, man. Somebody knows something.
Yeah, but in 3 weeks they should have.
Somebody got something.
Nah, man. Nah,
I heard a recording with it was a chick that said she was there. She said it had nothing to do with the dice game. She said, and the only people that had guns was on the J Prince side.
Right.
So I don't know how true that is.
Listen, but what I'm saying is, they were in a building.
They were inside a building?
No, I mean, they were at a building.
Okay.
So wherever it happened at, it was multiple, like, you don't have no cameras. Academics was on camera, solving the case and all that. So if you don't have no camera footage and nobody's willing to come forward. You got their lives. Like, what type of movie is going on?
You got all the people that were there. It was. Come on, man.
Man, they're trying to make it look like the streets went cold, mean like ain't nobody talking. That's what that means.
Well, that's how it goes. Ain't nobody supposed to be talking, but somebody's talking. They just ain't putting that shit out there for the public to hear. But somebody knows.
So you think they know? They know what happened. They know
the people who did. Somebody got to know who did it.
No, I'm saying, do you think the Houston PD know?
Hell yeah,
they know. So they blowing the smoke. What's taking them so long?
Think about it. They don't give a fuck.
Okay.
It ain't affecting them one way or the other. Because at the end of the day, have you ever been taken down for questioning and that motherfucking, you look on the board and they got all these faces, all these names, like, damn, how the fuck do they know all this? Word. It don't even have to necessarily be somebody snitching. Word of mouth, word on the streets. Oh, I heard such and such did this. I heard such and such. And they taking all, but I'm saying they don't have to have nobody actually going on the stand and telling them. I'm talking about just word of mouth throughout the blocks. And then they take all that into consideration. So it ain't no way in the world they don't know something about what the fuck happened. You just don't give a fuck.
So do you think it's going? You think it's going to get solved though, or you think that's going to be like? You think that's going to be a?
Think about how many people like they got a
They've been getting everybody. They got P&B in them folks. They got Young Dolph in them boys.
They only getting certain motherfuckers because they got a joint out now, a documentary of all the hip hop people who got killed recently. What's it been like 30? And they probably got like 5 killers out of. Come on, man.
Out of the hip hop guys?
Yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, because I don't be paying attention to like the what's the FBG Duck or those.
Yeah, certain guys like that. See, I don't even. But I know it's a documentary. I haven't watched it yet, but I know they didn't get all the killers for them guys.
Yeah.
And then the crazy part is, them motherfuckers be talking about it in the song, and they still don't get the people who done it.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy. Yeah, I don't know, but they definitely they giving me spooky vibes. Like I'm like, damn, it's been this long. Academics and them bust the case open in 48 hours. They was first 48 with it, and Houston. So that make me think like where academics and them is going wrong, like it's not accurate. That's what I got me thinking. Like the person they've been accusing all this time, because it's like the footage go this way, you don't see everything, so everything is assumption at a certain point. And if the cops have seen all these lives, I'm pretty sure they seen all these jokers ratting and all that. But if they seen these lives, boom, if it was official, I think they would have already made a play by now, right?
Not necessarily. Think about the King Von and the Nip killing. King Von, we know who did that. He out. He ain't in jail.
But did he ever get locked up?
He did get locked up, but he ain't in jail now.
Okay.
And how many motherfuckers?
What he out on bail though?
Yeah, but
I don't know about the King.
How many motherfuckers get bail for a homicide? That shit don't happen like that.
Right, but every state different though, right?
That's true. But the thing about the Nip killing, this motherfucker from what it looked like he about to get off on that joint.
Oh yeah, he about to go back to court.
Yeah.
They said, right?
Because I feel like they purposely took too long to prosecute this man. Because you got a certain amount of time to prosecute him. Come on, man. How can you not know a high profile case like this that you got a certain amount of time?
So that's what he
and it's
on
camera, huh?
That's what the boy Nipsey case filing on.
Yeah. But this is the last thing I seen. Like they didn't get it in the amount of time that they had to get it done, and that shit was on camera.
But them boys out the West Coast, they love Nip. They probably be done came home. They probably be dead boy.
Because something that wasn't publicized about all of his family members that got knocked down after that shit happened.
Oh, boy, family. Yeah. They probably be done put boy down.
Oh yeah, boy gonna be in the box as soon as he come home.
Yeah, he might don't want to come home. You know what I mean? I'm keeping it a C note. Say it with your chest, anything?
I got something to say with my chest since I wasn't on here the other week, and when you did your recap the other week, when you were saying about it didn't make sense for the CMC trade. But
Okay.
prior to that, you was Mr. Fuck Them Picks.
After them picks.
So why is you caring about the draft capital that we gave up for a pick if you Mr. Fuck Them Picks and the pick can help us?
Because what I'm saying is Jeff Wilson Jr. and
He's a backup.
And Mitchell, those two guys and that with that system.
But Mitchell,
good.
listen, Mitchell been in the league 2 years. Mitchell been hurt 2 years.
Yeah,
Jeff Wilson Jr. is a backup. I like Jeff Wilson, but CMC, he stay hurt. He's better than all them dudes, and I don't feel like it's nobody in the draft that's coming out that's going to give you what Christian McCaffrey
but there's no guarantee Christian McCaffrey going to make it through the end of the year.
That's true, but that's if and buts. Currently, he's healthy, and he gives you more than what anybody else can give you coming in the draft.
It's not if and buts if you going through the last 3-4 seasons. That's guaranteed.
No, you can't even go from currently. Yeah, we off his history, he's been hurt. But right now, he's better than anybody coming out in the draft.
Okay, so you don't feel that those two...
No, because at the end of the day, did you see what y'all offered him? Y'all offered the same thing. We just threw in the 5th round pick to smooth it over for one. And for two, they say he'd rather play with us because his pop played with us.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, he can help us more than a rookie draft because we carry about 5 or 6 running backs every year. We got rookie running backs. He ain't getting yet.
What I'm saying is them boys both can be 100 yard backs, bro.
Yeah, but you know what both of them boys ain't gonna do? Run, pass, and throw for a touchdown.
Okay.
On the Rams, might I add.
Yeah, though. Shout out to that. They got to be put in that situation, though.
Yeah, but you got to... How often are you going to be put in that situation? Do you know why he was put in that situation? Because our coach called and said, yo, can he throw the ball? And he found out he threw a touchdown pass before.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so, shout out to that. I still say it's too much capital. Them two guys is just as good as Christian McCaffrey.
No, they're not. That's why
Mitchell.
Jeff Wilson been a backup his whole career. Because
he
not just as good.
Backup.
Yeah. But now Elijah Mitchell was the backup who was our starter. So that makes more sense. Two guys that are similar style of
Christian McCaffrey get hurt in the next 2 weeks, then
Elijah Mitchell will be the starter like he was last
year.
year.
Who's going to back him up?
Mason.
Okay.
The rookie that I just was talking about. He a big body. He just like Jeff Wilson.
Okay.
But he faster.
So why couldn't it been Jeff Wilson?
Because
Elijah?
think about it.
Especially
think about
if
it. We got Christian McCaffrey for the draft pad we gave up, but we have compensatory picks, which I think it either be right now it's 3, but it can go to 5. Right. So we're not really missing any picks for 1. And then on top of that, if anybody gets hurt, Mason is just as big as Jeff Wilson, but faster, and he's a rookie, so he's not commanding the amount of money Jeff Wilson gets.
Okay, shout out to that. Before we get out of here, Vito, NFL, did I ask you your MVP right now? After 11 weeks, who's the MVP?
I think I'd be Pat.
Mahomes?
Yeah.
Shout out to that. Let's take a toast to that. I'll go Patty Mahomes as well. Pause. Anything else you done said with your chest?
Yeah, I'm not saying much else.
Okay, so nothing else.
Nothing I can think of.
Okay. We about to wrap this episode up, people. Again, Vito, let's take a shot for John. Welcome to, fatherhood, brother. Get ready to add a couple extra grades. You know what I mean? It's coming, pause. You know what I mean? But, again, people, if this is your first time tuning in on YouTube, we definitely appreciate y'all. Please hit the sub button. Everybody that's tuned in, please hit the like button. Drop a comment. Let us know what's what. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? Who needs an Oouuber? Keep it a C-note with us. And if you ain't hit the bell, make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified. We working on going live. Right, Vito?
Yes, sir.
Ain't no doubt. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
As always, please tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C-note. We'll holla at y'all. Shit.
This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.